this is always like a super, super touchy thing, right? It shouldn't be, though, right? But listen, you're an adult. Do exactly what you would like to do with your body under all circumstances. It's your body, not mine. Who am I to say anything? In all seriousness, right? This as long as you keep that to yourself, to be honest, right? Listen, I don't care at all what you are. But you cannot expect me to walk up to you as you're plainly looking like what I think a woman would look like, okay? And then get angry when I call you she or her, bro. That's not how that's not how that works, okay? That's an obvious problem here. Now, in my personal life, if I know you and I've known you and you're like, listen, bro, you got to stop calling me a man. You got to call me a her, right? I'm going to say, because I respect you as an individual person, I've known you, I'm going to respect your wishes exclusively, okay? Because just as you have all the freedom in the world to do whatever you're doing, I have all the freedom in the world to decide if I even really want to do this in the first place, right? But for the moment, I'm going to respect you. But don't get angry if I slip up because I've known you all your life as Kevin, okay? Don't get angry. It's all out of respect and jest, let's say. But guys, let's go ahead and jump in this video immediately. Name of the video is Teacher Darren, okay, tries to force pronouns on kids and refuses to answer difficult questions. This is a suggestion via Patreon. Let's go ahead and jump into this immediately.
Okay, class, so I am Teacher Darren, and my pronouns are going to be Z, Zer, Zer, Zers, and Zerself.
So you're not even like a human. This is, bro, I see some X's on here too. Okay.
Zer, Zers, and Zerself.
Yeah.
So that's how.
Yeah, bro, I can't play along.
You will address me. Yes.
Not with that.
So what about she, her, hers, herself? That's what we know.
Yes, but
right.
I am gender neutral, so I am not a female nor am I a male.
But what are you?
In between. So right here.
Not a female or a male. Female specifically is what? XX? Male is XY. She's referring specifically to sex, not gender. So you're a female or... I don't understand.
Here would be my pronouns. So instead of she or he, you would refer as Z. Instead of her or him, you would refer as Zer. Instead of her or his, it would be Zer. Yes, in the back.
So I'm sorry, I'm confused.
You're confused.
Are you Mr. Darren? Miss Darren?
No, I am Teacher Darren. There would be no Mr. or Mrs. in front of that. Just Teacher Darren.
Wouldn't it be just like Zister or Zis?
They haven't created that word yet, but you're on the right track. So it is just Teacher Darren for
Yeah, my kid is 100% leaving this class.
now. Yes.
Let him come home one day.
Pretty lady to me.
Well, thank you. Most people would take that as a compliment, but I am gender neutral, so I am not a lady. I can be pretty, but not a lady. Yes.
So you can't be pretty or...
No, I said I can be pretty.
You can be pretty and you can't...
But pretty almost exclusively refers to things that are feminine. You can be... this is too much for me, bro.
be handsome, but you are not a she that is pretty and you are not a he that is handsome.
Correct.
That don't make no sense.
No.
I'm confused.
You're confused.
What are you confused about?
All of it.
Confused over the whole thing.
All of
You have to
it.
learn this.
Right.
Well, because this is how the world is changing now.
That's how your world is changing.
So the world progresses and we progress with the world. Yes.
What are you talking about?
In the back.
Can we just call you by what you look like your pronouns are?
No, because that would be disrespectful. So my pronouns are Z, Zer, Zer, Zers, and Zerself. Or you can just call me Teacher Darren.
Isn't
Yes.
it kind of disrespectful to like put stuff and our faces have been to our heads that we don't necessarily want to align with or learn?
No, it wouldn't be, because that's the way
Okay.
the world works. So even though it's something
Not
that
the
you
whole
don't
world.
identify
What?
as,
Not the whole world.
well,
No, like specifically the West, right? That's what she must be referring to that, because outside of that, pretty much everyone doesn't care about any of these things.
even though
There are bigger issues in the world than what you want to call yourself.
More so just like the USA, more so like
Okay,
all the
well,
other
where
parts
do you
of the
live?
world.
in the
You
USA,
said that's the way the world works. I'm just saying the whole world, like the USA is like 2% of the world. There's so many other continents and countries that don't want to, instill this into their youth.
okay, well, let's start by doing it in this classroom. With
No, thank
teacher
you.
Darren.
This is craziness, guys.
Mrs. Darren.
Teacher Darren. Yes, in the back.
So I'm gonna do my best with the Z-Zer stuff in the classroom, but if I were to use that in front of my parents,
Right.
they're gonna get really mad.
And take you out of the class. I'm telling you, don't let my kid come home with this. I promise you. I want to hear him refer to somebody as a Zer and Zercel. I want to hear that one time.
So is it okay by you if I call you like she, her behind your back?
No, it is not. You could just call me Teacher Darren to your parents and refer as my teacher Darren.
But they're gonna ask why I'm not calling you Mr. Darren or Miss Darren. They're gonna be like, what do you mean?
Right, I would 100%
Darren?"
ask that question.
That's something
Funny
you
enough.
can educate your parents on. See how I'm educating you and we kind of pass it down the vine?
So you're pretty much giving
Yes,
us
in the front.
I don't know. You don't know my mom or dad. If
Right.
I told them this, they probably come up here and you probably won't have a job.
Right.
I don't believe that's the case.
You know what was funny enough? The fact that she's a teacher and she's here doing this, like how she's doing it, it says that the school board is probably completely fine with what she's doing. That's a reality.
These are
I
my
know.
pronouns and
My
that's the way
parents
the
are
world
crazy.
is working.
Okay. That's your
Is this
world.
part of the curriculum now, or is this something you want to personally teach us?
It's part of the curriculum in my class.
Okay, so we just leave your class.
Something you want to personally teach us?
Yes, out of
Take us away
respect
from-
for myself as well. The same way that I identify you guys as your pronouns, I would expect the same respect for my
Oh
pronouns.
my god.
Well,
Yes,
I'm-
in the back.
Bro, does that say per and per self? Guys, per self. Nah, bro. Listen, I was born in the 1900s, okay? I don't know about any of this stuff. I'm glad I'm not in school right now. I'm just glad, okay? Because this is too much, guys, okay? Per, and pers self. Zers and her. What is happening here?
Okay.
Does Principal Johnson know that you're teaching us this? Like, does Principal Johnson use your proper pronouns?
I don't believe I've had too many conversations with Principal Johnson, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't had any issues.
I thought Principal Johnson was your boss.
Right. So we just go through email, and
Okay.
he would identify me as Teacher Darren.
Right, so it sounds like there's definitely needed, at least, that you rush immediately to the principal and have this conversation.
He called you that?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't. This is crazy. Yeah.
So question, like, which bathroom do you use?
The teacher's bathroom.
No, like boy or girl?
The teacher's bathroom. The employee's bathroom.
What about like when you're at a mall or at a restaurant?
I don't see how the bathroom is the issue here.
We trying to understand this. We don't. I've never been taught this. This is crazy. I think
That's okay. I'm here to answer any questions
it's
you
not
have.
okay.
And you didn't answer the question.
In the back.
So
Okay.
the question is, am I gonna run into you in the bathroom, or is Daryl gonna run into you in the bathroom?
Good question.
Well, you won't because you're not allowed in the teacher's bathroom.
Like I said, what about when you're at a mall or a restaurant or something?
Well, I don't see what bathroom I use is any of your
You
business.
said you were here to answer any questions we have.
Hey,
Right.
you
and
said
my
that.
answer to that is that I don't ask you about your bathroom problems, and you don't ask me
Bathroom
about mine.
problems.
Well, I didn't ask to be taught this.
We don't understand it.
Like,
Right.
We should be learning geography, but for some reason we're learning about pronouns.
Okay, well, do you not want to have respect for your teacher? Do you, I understand that this is a safe.
What? What?
This is a safe space for all of us. That
Safe
would
space.
include Teacher Darren.
This was a safe space regardless, to be honest, like, before all this.
Yes.
I think the last one is pretty funny, so.
Please.
What does that one mean?
What?
Yeah, is that when you identify as a cat?
Say it.
You.
I told you, that was weird.
Yeah, the last one there.
Yeah. What's that one? That was pretty funny.
Say it again, that's funny.
Can you explain that one, please? The per?
So my pronouns are Z, Zer, Zer, Zers, and Zerself,
So
and these are the ones we're focusing on today.
So it's just all about
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
If we're on the subject, I feel like we should learn about them all, not just yours.
Especially the one at the bottom.
Yeah. Let's start at the one at the bottom.
Selfish at this point.
Man, this is crazy.
Are you gonna start calling us Caesar? Because I'm just.
Okay,
Listen, I don't care what, again, I don't seriously care what you do with your body. I don't care at all, right? I have associates and people who I deal with in my life personally, right, who are all over the spectrum of things, okay? But just be fully aware, you are not going to generally suck me into your ideology. It's not going to work. Like, I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. Do your thing, and if I respect you, partially, then I'll at least have the respect to call you what you want to be called, okay? Like, again, an associate of mine, I'm trying, it's hard, I think, person to person to remember to call this person by a name that he doesn't look like, that this person doesn't look like he has, okay? And I've known him as Kevin. Okay, just be fully aware. It's impossible for me to do this. Bro, what are you talking about? Okay, but you know what? Listen, I'll call you what you want to be called. I'll try to remember it. I'll try. You know, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'll try to remember it. But sometimes I look at you and I see Kevin. That's it. What am I supposed to do with this? Right? Then obviously the person looks at me like, right? Like that. Angrily. I don't care what you do with your body. But under no circumstance can you just force it upon someone else. Don't. It seems like every single person in this classroom pushed back. All of them did. All of them pushed back. They were not interested in your funny games. Okay? You specifically didn't want to answer the question about the ones at the bottom. I'm thoroughly invested in who do you call a pers, and per self? Guys, I need to know. Okay, I'm not going to Google it because I don't want that in my search history. So I just want you to know. I don't understand. All right? Again, I was born in the 1900s. I'm an old man. All right? But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoys Zer self. Okay? Enjoy Zer and per self thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.